It's time for everybody's favorite thing, unboxing CGC submissions. I have a modern batch of books I just got back yesterday. I have no idea what's in there. I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure I'll be disappointed. But I mean, I feel like that's okay because everybody loves the disappointment videos. How do I have the most clicks and views and likes on the disappointment videos? Do you guys want me to be sad? Is that what this is? Do you want me to be sad? Don't make me make the sad face. Hello and welcome to Swarm of Comics. I am Randy, your handsome and humble host. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a bunch of books from CGC. I actually submitted them recently. They they got back really fast. Modern books right now, this is April 2024. Who knows when you'll be seeing this, but modern books, I got these modern books back in like a week. I've had some vintage books that have been out there for weeks and weeks, and they haven't even started grading those yet. So rumor is, from my understanding, that now that they're doing grading of pulps, they've been stealing away those vintage graders to work on the pulps, and now those are taking forever. I know my friend Tom, who I talk about in here a lot, Silver Age Collector on Instagram, who does my grading and pressing for me. It took him almost 2 months to get a batch of vintage books back, and not even a lot. It was like 8 books. So I'm preparing to get my books back in May or June that I have out there now, a vintage batch. These books, I have a ton of books that I've given to Tom, vintage and modern, stacks and stacks of books. And kind of the strategy we're doing here is he'll take like 12 books, press them, send them off, and then, after a couple of weeks, do another one. We want to get into a nice little cycle of this, but I don't know what he's submitting. He actually kind of leaving it to be a surprise for me. So I think there's 12 books in here, and I think 2 of them are actually Tom's. He slipped a couple of his own books in there just because it was already going out and getting shipped. So I probably got 10 books in here. And we'll pull out Tom's books. I think he already knows the grades on them. I think he already looked at everything, so not a big surprise for him, but we'll look at those. So anyway, I want to start with saying thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, doing all those things. I'm nearing 500 subscribers, and I'm probably going to try and do a giveaway for when I hit 500. I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's what everybody seems to do, so I guess I have to do that. The other thing I would love to do, let's see how many comments and people watch this and do it, but I would love to do a Q&A video where people can ask questions. Just ask questions in the comments of any video, and I'll put them together and I'll do a little video where I answer questions. It can be about the books that I have behind me, or how I got into collecting, or I don't know, it can be something about Monty Python or the Misfits or something like that. But yeah, I'd love that. So if you're watching this video, ask some questions. Just throw some things out there. If you watch some of my stuff and you've seen what I do in the books that I have, I'd love to, or you ask my opinion on something to do with the state of the market. So I'd love to do that. So if you do have the time and feel like it, ask some questions. This is going to be super embarrassing if I don't get any questions at all. So don't make me look foolish. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, let's get to the good stuff, the disappointment. Let's see what we got. Digging into the magic box here. Let's see. Which side we're going to do? Oh, cool. All right. I'll do this. I featured this in another recent video. This is back so fast. This is the Secret Wars Battle World. It's a limited series that's sort of filling in some of the gaps during the Secret Wars from 1984. And the cover, this is one of the variant editions. I think it was issue 4. And this is a variant edition here with the Hobgoblin toy cover, which I actually had this toy, and we had these toys back then. But I absolutely love this cover. I sent a picture of this to a friend of mine, The Joy of Cardboard, And so check out his channel. He does baseball cards and comic books as well, Max. And he thought this was an action figure. I had to show him it was not. It's just a comic book. So this is a brand new book. I just picked it up off of eBay. I saw this and I had to have it. I love the Hobgoblin. If you watch my last video or watch another video, I'd probably talk about it in there. So I honestly don't even know what the grade's going to be. I'm not sure I care. So let's see. 9.8. Cool. That's fun. I mean, it's a brand new book. It should be a 9.8, but you know, in the nines is fine. How awesome is that? Like, this is nostalgia for me, guys. We all get bitten by the nostalgia bug in one way or another, whether it has to do with cars, like my dad loves old Corvettes and he still, has all that nostalgia from when he was a teenager and stuff. And for me, it's comic books. This is the Reflecty shield. It was like, I think this was like, I don't know why the Hobgoblin needed a shield, but it would was his picture on it and it reflected like a, not reflected, but I can't think of what it's called, but you know what I mean. Shut up. But anyway, this is the first book here. All right. Awesome. Starting off good. 9.8. Let's pull this chair over here so I have a place to stack up. Oops. Sorry about that. All right. Next book. So not disappointed yet. Sorry. Let's see what we got here. Stare right at the camera so I don't accidentally look. Ultimate Spider-Man #2. So I did Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Now, sometimes I don't go to my LCS, which is local comic shop, local comic store, whatever it is. Sometimes I don't go for weeks at a time or months at a time, sometimes, depending on when I can get there. I've been starting to go more and more. But the Ultimate stuff started coming out, Ultimate Spider-Man and things like that. I had read the Ultimate series over the summertime, liked that a lot. I forgot to even ask for this, but my LCS, he does so good. Glenn, he knew to throw it in there, but at the time when he threw it in there, nobody knew the book was going to be hitting $200 for a 9.8, and my #1 came in at a 9.6. But that's okay. It's a beautiful cover, Chichetto cover. So issue #2 came out pretty quick afterwards, and I threw this in. I feel like this is probably should be in better shape than the other one, and I really do love this series. This is excellent. This is hopefully getting people back to reading comics and not just collecting them and trying to make money. I've said this before, you do what you got to do, but I read comic books. I have stacks of comic books. You can see the stacks of comic books in the other room or how messy this room is. Like, it looks nice and neat here, doesn't it? But it's not neat. So maybe I'll get the camera and zoom it around the room. So let's see what we got in this. It'd be nice if it was a 9.8, but if it's a 9.6, hey, it'll match issue 1. 9.8. All right, cool. Probably just worth case cost, but that's okay. Super cool series. Not gonna lie, I wish the #1 was 9.8 too. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. 9.8s are wonderful. I wish all my books were 9.8s. They're not. That's okay. I'm having problems with the camera. I don't know what it's doing. Don't buy a cheap camera, folks. All right, next book. What do we got? Oh, so this was Ultimate Universe #1. Again, bringing this whole thing back. I think this book was getting hot. I threw this in. This is certainly not a 9.8. I knew it was not a 9.8. I apologize. I will not be disappointed if it's a 9.2 or a 9.4. I threw this book in a box. I didn't even realize the significance of it. It's, again, these books starting to get hot. I don't think I realized it. I don't know everything. I just threw it in a box, comic box with no bag and board. So it's not in the best of shape. So let's see what it came in at. That is generous. I promise you, this is probably not a 9.8. It's got a huge finger bend or crease here. You can't see it. It's all white and is reflecting. Let's just make sure we stay focused. So 9.8, no complaints there. That's good. Everything's going so good so far. What did I get? That's 3 9.8s in a row. Broken record. They're brand new books. They should be 9.8s. But knowing my luck from the last video, that there's no guarantee of that. By the way, it's a good day to have a good day. Remember that. Think about the good stuff in your life. Or think about the good stuff in my life. Whatever works better for you. Darth Vader, cool. Not a 9.8. Might not even be a 9. maybe I told this story in another video. When my brother Bill from the Bronze Age boys, watch our other videos. He was coming up to do the last set of videos, and he said to me, "Hey, do you want that box of comic books back that I have of yours?" And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he goes, "Oh, it's a bunch of Darth Vader and Star Wars and Secret Avengers, New Avengers." And I was like, "Wait, what? I thought I sold all those books. I lent them all to my brother, and he just never gave them back. He put them in bag and boards, but they were red. They were beat up. They got spine ticks. So I sent this just because it's a really cool cover, and it's #1. First appearance of Black Chrysanthemum. So that's cool. I'm gonna sound silly and foolish, and I know when people like to sound naive in these videos and stuff like that, but I have no idea what this book is worth, even if it was a 9.8. I don't know what it is raw. I bought this when it came out in 2015, read it, thought it was cool, and I probably got issue 3 slab 2, but I don't know if it's in this batch. First Doctor Aphra, certainly not in good shape. I mean, like I said, we just read them, threw them in a box with no bag and board. Thank you to my brother Bill, Bronze Age Bill, for putting these in bags and boards. So that's what we got. 8.5. See, not a surprise there. You know what it is? It's the spine. You're never going to be able to see it, but the spine's got chipping all up it. So that's okay. Probably worth 5, probably not even worth case cost, but that is case cost means how much I paid for the book plus how much it was to have it put in the case. I mean, what did I pay for the book? I don't even know what the price is. I paid $5 for the book when I bought it. $5? Is that how much comic books cost? Jesus. It's got fingerprints on it too. That's what you get for reading it, folks. Fingerprints. Case cost $5, plus it cost me $20 to get it slabbed, plus a couple bucks for shipping or whatever. I'm not even sure if it got pressed. So I don't know. What am I in? $25, $27 or something like that. Yeah, might be worth $27 in an A5, but probably not. But cool book. I did think it was going to be in the 9s. I will not lie. If you're looking for a little bit of No Joy in Mudville there, I definitely thought that book could at least be in the 9s, but not a surprise. What do we got next? Darth Vader #4. I don't even remember submitting this book. I don't even know why I was submitted this book. There's nothing interesting about this book. It's a 9.2. That's weird. Did I give him the wrong book? This book's in lousy shape. It's crunched down the bottom there. You can see that. It's got some, it's crunched up in the top here. 9.2. I have no idea. But at least it's white pages. I have no idea why this book was submitted. Maybe I meant to give him 3 and I gave him 4? That doesn't make any sense. That's a mystery to me. Beautiful cover. Nice book, but that feels like a waste of my money. Okay. Well, I mean, at least it was a 9.2. I don't even think it deserved a 9.2, but all right, moving on. Moving on up. Oh, this is cool. Edge of the Spider-Verse. So this is Edge of the Spider-Verse #1. This is the variant cover. This was the surprise. They put out Edge of the Spider-Verse, and usually they announce beforehand all the variant covers. And this was not announced. This just showed up in the stores. So this was the surprise variant. When retailers opened up, this book was in here. Nobody ever heard of it or seen it. So I didn't buy this new. I bought this aftermarket at a pretty good price at my LCS. It didn't look like it was probably a 9.8, but it was pretty cool because it was a variant. So 9.6, that's probably better than I expected. I'll take that. That's pretty good. I don't know what makes it a 9.6 and not a 9.8. Oh no, spine ticks on the back. You can't see them, but yeah, maybe you can see it right there. 9.6, cool. Edge of Spider-Verse. I don't know what this is going for. I don't know how important this is, but this was a cool surprise variant, so I thought that was cool. 9.6, not bad, kids, not bad. Try to keep the books down so you don't see them. But yeah, anyway, I mentioned earlier, send me some pictures. Send me some pictures. Leave some comments. Leave some comments. Ask me some questions. That's what I meant. Leave some pictures too. Send them to me on Instagram. I'm Swarmer Comics on Instagram. follow me on the socials. I joined Instagram to try and get more YouTube exposure and get more people on there. So I created an account, started posting a couple of things, but I stink at Instagram. Also, I realized that Instagram, I suddenly was getting friended like crazy. I mean, I friended some people I knew, Lunch Money Comics and Bronzeville Comics, Automatic Comics, those ones, the ones I watch YouTube videos of. And I was hoping that I could start posting thumbnails or posting information and books and say, hey, go to my YouTube video. I have so many followers now because everybody wants to sell me something. Everything is a store. Everybody is doing a live sale. Everybody's doing a claim sale. Everybody's doing a whatnot. And I don't know if anybody even notices me or notices that I have a YouTube channel from that. Though I did get a very nice message from someone, and it was maybe a husband and wife that said, hey, we follow on you on YouTube, found your YouTube video. They were really cool. So I got one viewer out of it. So if you're out there watching right now and you see me out of focus, thank you for watching. Let's just see what the next book is. Thor, God of, oh, that was the other thing. So my brother had the first Gore the God Butcher. Boy, I wish I knew I had this book back when anybody cared. So my brother, in the stack of books I gave him to read, was the first Illuminati, the first Dr. Aphra, the first Gore the God Butcher, and something else. I can't remember. But I got this graded anyway. Maybe Gore will make a comeback. Maybe everybody will love that absolutely terrible Thor movie. This is in kind of rough shape too. So I'm going to guess this is a 9.4. Let's do guessing on the fly. 9.4. Okay. Is this even worth anything more? Does anybody care about Gore? Poor Gore. Poor Gore. Poor the God Butcher. But, I mean, obviously amazing book. This was a great series. I bought this, when was this? 2013? I bought this. I mean, I love Thor. This was a very good series. So, excellent. 9.8. All right, we're back. We're back on track, everybody. Back on track. Darth Vader #4. Why on earth would I have ever got that slabbed? That doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, I must have thought it was issue 3 or something like that. What's this? Oh yes, New Avengers. This is in rough shape. This, I'm guessing, is going to come in at a 9.492. So this is the first Illuminati. Again, maybe when the second Doctor Strange movie came out, when the Illuminati showed up, people cared, but I'm not sure anybody cares anymore. But still, a great series. Go back and read this. Read the whole New Avengers. Read the Illuminati. Read about the incursions. Read all about it, because this storyline is what they Bendis, and then I think Hickman and all them. I think all this led into what they were doing in the what they're doing in the movies. With the multiverse. So fantastic, super cool. Let's see what this got. 9.4. I guess that 9.4. That's a little rough, but cool book. Cool book to get done. So this was a little run of cool books that I didn't even know I still owned. First Illuminati, first Gore the God Butcher, first Dr. Aphra is around somewhere. First issue of Darth Vader #1, and Darth Vader #4. Maybe that will be my giveaway. My 9.2. Let me know in the comments if you'd like my 500 subscriber giveaway to include Darth Vader #4. All right. The other thing is I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I have a batch of 10 books here. First of all, slabbing books is expensive. This is not cheap. The modern books are cheaper. And thankfully, we have the elite tier, so it's a little bit cheaper. So it's like $20 for a modern book and $32 for a vintage book. But, if I'm getting anything pressed, especially vintage books, that's another $10. And, whatever I paid for the books to begin with. Thankfully, I have a collection of books from when I was younger that, I probably didn't pay a ton for. But anyway, I have tons of books. And I was doing 25 at a time because that's the max they'll take in an order. If you send them 50 books, they'll still send you 2 different orders. They'll split them up into 2 different orders. So I was sending in 25 books. Well, $25 $20 per book for 25 books, plus shipping both ways and getting them pressed if they needed it. It was getting expensive. So my strategy was, let's just do 10 books. It'll be a shorter video. There won't be as much disappointment or getting angry, but if I send off books every couple of weeks, I can spread that out and I'll get poor slower. So that just a little explanation as to why this is less books than I've done in videos in the past. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about YouTube and what to do in videos and what people like. Um, and I love that. Another book. Let's see what we got. Oh, I did a couple of these before. These were mine. I've had these since 1987. These weren't in great shapes. I think my other keys came in at 9.2, 9 or 9.2 from this the series of the Kraven the Hunter. This is the ultimate cover right there. Kraven dancing on Spider-Man's grave holding the costume. This was an unbelievable and underrated series. I'm so glad that this seems to be getting all the credit due that it deserves. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think for a long time these were probably dollar bin books or a couple of dollars, but they're starting to get hotter. So yeah, I think I did 2 more of these. I don't have the ones that were in Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man or whatever. Because I got rid of those when I got rid of my collection. I only kept my run of Amazing Spider-Man. Thus, as you can see, I have a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man books behind me. I don't know if that's focusing or not focusing, or if you can see them, but there's some pretty cool books back there. That's Spider-Man and Doctor Doom. This is Spider-Man, that's the first Green Goblin, stuff like that. So pretty cool books. I love Amazing Spider-Man, so I kept this run. So anyway, I think the others were 9.2, so let's see what this came in at. 9.2. All right, we're being consistent here. I did have this in a bag and a board, but I still read it. It's still from 1987. I can see. So it's got a bend in the middle here. Probably never see it on camera, but it's not a color breaking, which is good, but it's a bend, you know? It's crunched up in the corner here a little bit. So 9.2 is appropriate. I am happy with that. Pretty happy. Beautiful cover. All right, next book here. This is Healed. This is, if you watch my videos with one of my best friends in the world, George O'Connor. We did 2 other videos, and I think we have a third one coming out. This was his book. I bought this when this series came out. We talk about it in here. He's independently put this book out himself. Basically the storyline is there's 4 issues, and it's an anthology. So each issue has a couple of stories in it. Some of them are uplifting, some of them are heartbreaking. There's one regular storyline that goes through the whole book. It's called Healed because one day everybody wakes up and everybody in the world is healed. If you have cancer, you're healed. If you're dying, you're healed. If you're on on your deathbed, you're healed. And can you even die now? So there's a lot of amazing stories in this book. And he did this book with his friend Griffin back in 2010. So we're going on 14 years of Healed. I can't imagine this book is in super good condition, but I have had it since 2010, and I don't care what the grade is. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to look. Okay, I'm going to look. 9.4. All right. I think George got his done and came in at a 9.6. I probably could have asked him for another issue to get graded, but I didn't care about the 9.8. I cared about that this was mine. I got this in 2010 when he did this campaign, and I bought that from my friend, and I supported my friend. And I'm gonna be honest, seeing the name of his comic company on here and seeing George O'Connor's name, like how cool is to see. That's just blurry, but it says George O'Connor. Like, this is so cool. I love this. This is Healed. Go to I think the website is homelesscomics.com, and order books from them. They've got a bunch of really good series. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy because I got it. I don't even care what the grade is. Don't care what the grade is. All right. What do I got next? Oh, cool. I featured this in another video when I sort of unboxed it. I got this in an auction for $5. $5, I think. This is from 2007. This is a variant edition. It's and it even says it. This is an homage to What If issue 105. And this is again done by Arthur Soydam, who did the Marvel Zombies. That's why it's Amazing Spider-Girl has a zombie face. So I got this for $5 in like an estate sale auction or something like that. So super cheap. And let's see what we got. 9.8. Cool. Very cool. 2007 variant. Nice. That was pretty awesome. I love that. I don't know what it's going for, what the demand is, but I just think the cover is beautiful, and I love the work that he did with all the Marvel Zombie stuffs. Oh boy. You can tell I have 4.5. I'm going on 4.5 hours sleep. All right, one more book, then you're off the hook. Let's see what this is. Again, all these are a mystery to me. I have no idea what's going to even be in here. All right, last one. Stay with me. Oh, the first Dr. Afra. Beat up. My guess, 9.0. Right off the bat, I know this is beat up. 9.0 is going to be my guess. Oh, God. Crunched cover up the top. Oh, super crunched down the bottom. You can see that right there. 9.2. Little bit better. All right. 9.2. Oh, this book does not deserve a 9.2. That is so beat up on that cover on the top and the bottom. I don't know how this book got a 9.2. This doesn't even look like it's an 8. No complaints. But of course, first appearance of the 000 and BT1, which are the evil droids that just want to kill everybody. So awesome cover, awesome first appearance of Dr. Aphra to 9.2. So I'm very happy and excited with that. That book, I don't know what the book deserves and doesn't deserve. We say this all the time, especially when we're doing unboxings. I've said it before. This book probably doesn't deserve this. Somebody who's an official grader who knows better than I do decided this deserves it. My Secret Wars #1, somebody decided that deserved an 8.5. I disagree with that. Everybody can disagree. But, you know, it is what it is. But going by comparison, I can compare books. I can look at one book to the other. But 9.2. This is a good submission. I had a lot of good 9.8s in here. This is good. Now what I have to figure out is I have to figure out which book I'm going to decide to mimic for my thumbnail. Any of these good ones for thumbnail? None of those are good for a thumbnail. I don't know. Am I going to do a thumbnail of me dancing on a grave, like dressed up like in a loincloth? Does anybody want to see that? I don't want to see that. And isn't that funny? Because I like doing my thumbnails, and I hope you guys get a kick out of them. But when I'm unboxing these, I'm also thinking about, ooh, what am I going to do for the thumbnails? Is there anything in here that's a good cover for it? Did you guys watch my video with the Archie thumbnail? That was a good one. I don't know, New Avengers, Thor, Edge of the Spider-Verse. Oh, I know. It's probably going to be Darth Vader. And if it's not, I'm going to look foolish when you watch the video because you're going to see the thumbnail first. But how could I not do Darth Vader? I mean, I feel like that's a given. Darth Vader. Ultimate Spider-Man. I guess I could do the Hobgoblin. I'm not really sure how I would do the Hobgoblin. But anywho, this was an awesome submission of books. There's some great 9.8s in here. I would say I'm a little disappointed in this 8.5. Like, this is definitely in better condition than issue 3, but issue 3 is the better one to have in a 9.2 than this 8.5. And the other thing is that I know I'm kind of beating this to death, but I couldn't tell you why in the world I would get this book graded. It's not even in good shape. It's not even, I was like, wow, this could be a 9.8. It is so beat up down the bottom. You can kind of see that there in the glare. But anyway, some good grades here. Good, this went pretty well. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it went pretty well. So please like, comment, subscribe, all those things I'm required to say as a YouTuber. But I'd also love it if I could get together a list of questions you guys might have for me. Like, where do I get all my awesome shirts? What does the rest of my room look like? And is it this neat and clean? What are some of the books behind me? Those are music autobiographies up there, or biographies. That's an unauthorized Ringo Starr one up there. So my wife has all the smart books. They're on the shelf up further that you probably can't see. on the camera. So, all right. Thank you for joining me here. If you didn't catch it at the beginning, my name is Randy. This is Swarm of Comics. And I want to say thank you to all you guys for joining me and for hanging out. So go read some comics, have fun, enjoy yourselves. Bye.